This video will walk through how to add categories, items, and options to a Gallus onTap menu. We'll take them one at a time here. So first, let's go over how you would get to your Gallus onTap menu from the Gallus admin dashboard, the back end that is. So here we are in the Gallus admin dashboard. We can either click on Gallus onTap on the main screen, or you can click Customize App, Gallus onTap on the left. It will open a separate window. You can input your Gallus onTap menu login instructions, and you will find yourself within your dashboard. So when we're setting up a menu, we want to take it in 3 steps. First, we want to add our categories, then we want to add our items, and then we want to add our options to the specific items. So first, let's go over categories. On the left-hand side, I'm going to hit Menu and Category. This will take me to a page that displays all the different categories that I have set up in my menu currently. So let's just pretend that we want to set up maybe a breakfast menu here. So we're going to hit Add at the top right. This is going to take us to a page where we can set up all of our different settings for the category. So we're going to give it a name first. So we're going to say breakfast. Then we're going to assign all of our methods. So this is if you have multiple methods set up for your menu, for instance, like pickup, delivery, dine-in. It's going to be a global setting across the category to let all of the items be a part of that or none of them, essentially. So say I only want to have breakfast for pickup. I'm going to uncheck the other ones. It's not alcohol, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. This essentially asks the user a question for, like, are they of age to purchase alcohol, to verify. The revenue type, you don't have to worry about that. If it's catering, you can mark that. You can upload an image. You can also hide prices, put it at the top to make it sticky if you want to really push that particular category. Tax class, you can set up your different tax classes in the settings section of your menu. So if you have different ones, you can set it to a different tax class. And then you can choose your method. So you can have it be pickup. The sort order controls what order it shows up in the categories list. So this becomes more important as you create more. The status, enabled or disabled. Disabled means it's hidden, essentially. And then locations. So if you have multiple locations, you can set it to a specific one, or you can have it to all of them. So this one is going to be for maybe our pool bar. I'm going to add it to that. And then if you have receipt printers set up already, you can assign them there. Or if you have a specific computer that you're receiving orders from. Otherwise, if you have one of our other methods, it'll work just as you have it set up for that location. You can also set availability for specific days that it's going to be opening up on your menu. And you can see all of your items that are within. We, of course, are starting, so I'm just going to hit save on this at the top right. And then that will save that category. So here it is, right here. You notice sort order is 0, so it's showing up above all the others, and there you go. So that's how you would set up a category. Next, we'll need to set up an item within the category. So I'm going to click Items on the left-hand side of the screen. This will show me all of the items that I have set up. I can click the plus mark at the top right to add a new one. So now that I'm in here, you'll notice you'll just go, again, one through the next. So you can do a product name. So let's say we're going to do maybe like a breakfast burrito. We can add printed text to it if we'd like, to the receipt printer. And you can add a description as well. It's not alcohol. The quantity update is if you want to keep track of the quantity that you have on hand, you can leave this unchecked. If you want to disable that functionality, you check it. You can also add an image if you'd like, a PNG or a JPEG. Again, status, the price of it is how much it's going to cost, of course. Tax class, the quantity. So typically if you're not looking to do the quantity, we just tell you to add a pretty astronomical number here. You can add your calories and then your categories. So this is good that we've set up our category already, because we're going to just click on it and now it's added. You can then do your preparation time, how long approximately it takes to set it up, and then you can assign it to specific locations as well. So again, we're doing our pool bar, so we're going to go in and set that up. If you don't set this up, it's basically going to default to what the category is controlled for. So for instance, if you had the category available at 2 locations, but you wanted this item to only be available at 1, this is where you would set that up. Availability will control, again, which days it's available. So if you only have specific days you want people to be able to order it, you can come in and say specific time, input your specific hours. This is beneath the menus settings and the categories settings. So it's got to be within those 2 in order for the item to actually function, if that makes sense. Up next is the option. So this is the final thing that you need to set up. So if we have an option that we want to add, we first need to go add it elsewhere and then come back and add it in. So I'm going to hit save on this. Under options, you can come in and you can set up all of the different options that you'd like to have. So for instance, I can hit add at the top right. This option name is going to be maybe the type of breakfast burrito that you'd like. So I can say breakfast burrito type, or whatever you want to name it. You can have it either be a radio or a checkbox. Radio means you only get 1 selection. Checkbox means you can choose as many as you'd like. So we want a radio. We can have it sort if we'd like. And we can come down and add names. So say we want to do maybe like a bacon one. A sausage. And maybe a veggie. Once I'm happy with these options, I'm going to hit save at the top right. I can always come in here and edit this, just like any other item or category or anything like that. I just hit the pencil on the right to do so. If you want to delete one, you just hit the box and then you hit the trash can at the top right. Now that we've set up our options, it's time to go back to our original item that we created and add them in. So I'm going to go into my products list. Here I am. I'm going to go to my breakfast burrito and hit the edit icon on the right. This will take me to the page where I can edit it once again. See all the settings that I had set up. And I can hit the option. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to have to search for that title that I originally did. You'll notice here it is, breakfast burrito type, but I could type it in as well. You can see, you can set it as required. You can sort it, make it a parent option, or choose a parent option rather. You can also enable or disable a quantity for it, and if it's pizza, you can also set that as an option, because there's some logic within that itself. Once you have the actual option overarching type selected, it's not enough. You actually have to come in here and add each one. So you can come in here and the value, when you click it, gives you all the different options within. And then you set your price, and then you can keep adding as you go as well. Once you're finished, you're going to hit save, and then your item will be finished. Now, I'll tell you something that's nifty about these options. Once you get the options set up correctly for one item, chances are you might have a lot of items that have the same options. For instance, maybe you have a salad where all of the options are pretty much the same for the different salads. It's the proteins, it's the dressings, etc. what you can do is you can set it up right correctly once for just one item, and then you come over to this copy options section. What it's going to do is it's going to have you choose a master product, so that would be the one that you basically set up. So maybe you set up your Aqua Prime house salad with all of the options. You can check the options. It's going to show you all the different ones that you set up. And then you can come over and you can mass choose all the other ones that you want to copy them over to. So you can choose your Mediterranean salad, you can choose your watermelon goat cheese salad, etc., etc. Once you hit save on it, it's going to copy the options to all of the items. So it's a really quick time saver, so that you don't have to go into each one of those and manually add all the different things to it. So this has been a real brief rundown of how to set up the categories, options, and items within your Gallus onTap menu. If you have questions or you need some help from an expert, you can always email us at support@gallusgolf.com. You can hit the chat box on any page with the gallusgolf.com domain. You can also give us a call at 888-426-8124 extension 2. And finally, you can access our online knowledge base 24/7 at support.gallusgolf.com. Thanks so much for your time today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.